We have a fairly straightforward CRM, client, company names, deal values, statuses assigned to. We have multiple people working on these things at a time. We want to keep updated of what's the last time we've touched them. What's their touch point? Have we emailed them, followed up? Well, we have the last date in the column F. And then in column H is when they were added. So we know how long have they been in our pipeline. But really what's important for us right now is we want to get an email that says, which of these clients have we not reached out to for 10 days, meaning over 9 days has been since we've done something, followed up, done something with them, right? Now, the closed ones, those might actually move to another tab, so we won't care about them. But we care about this 11 here. Now, we, of course, need to have a helper column, I think. And I did that already. So we have in the G column, date diff is F2, looking at F2, that date, and saying today, what is the date between that date and today? What is the difference? And in quotes, we put D to be the unit or days. So this gives us a real integer number without having to do some funky math in AppScript. We have a number here of what is actually the amount of days since we've reached out to them. So in our AppScript, we're going to go to extensions, AppScript. And here we're going to write a function, email when 10. This is just an internal name for it. We can name it whatever we want. We're going to get our variable CRM sheet, just spreadsheet app.getActive spreadsheet CR. And we're going to get the data, the actual information we're going to look at, which is CR data range, get values. This get values means we're getting all of the values, everything we see here, all of it. And we are only really caring about this G column, but we want to get all of the data here so that we can access our client name, company name, and any other information we want to include in sort of an email each day. We'll start with a email body that is empty. This is important because when we start to grab the data, and if there is no data to grab, we will look at this email body and say, hey, if there's nothing, don't do anything. So we're going to go down here at the end and say if email is still equal to this, then just return, meaning skip the rest of this, just move on with our lives. So what do we actually do here? We go for variable I equals 1, I is less than data.length, and I plus plus. What this is doing, it's a for loop. It's just iterating through each one. The I is sort of an iterator, starting with 1, then 2, then 3, until we go beyond the length of how much there is, how many things are in here. So we're just going to loop through everything. First, we need a client. We're going to grab this data now, just because it is easy to grab equals data. With this data, square brackets I, 0. That's the first item. And the reason is that because it's the A column, client name. Company, data, in square brackets I, square brackets 1. It's the second column. Can also get assigned at this moment in time. And that is in the E column, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in square brackets 4, and the real data, which is dates since, equals data I, and it is going to be the G column, which 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be number 6. And that's column G. And we can add a little note here, column G. If date since is greater than 9, meaning it's 10 or above. And here we can also do greater than or equal to 10. Doesn't matter. It's the same, greater than 9. Let's bring this up to the top a little bit. And so if these dates are greater than 9, we're going to go email body plus equals. Plus equals is saying take whatever we're going to give you now and add it to this email body. So before this, it's blank. If there's nothing here, it'll remain blank. But if there's something, we'll do client plus. And in this case, our plus is just combining this string. So the plus here, plus equals is saying add it. The string is just saying combine these two. Or this plus is a string saying combine these two. So client, company. And you can put a delimiter here, whatever you want. It could be pipes or hyphens or nothing at all. I'm going to start putting this so we can see what we're doing. This is assigned. We can say assigned to, and then at the end, we will add a /n, which is actually a new line. So as we add it to the body, we're adding a new line at the end. And again, as we go through this, if it's blank, it will return nothing. So let's add the actual email. So after this, we'll send an email. It'll be mail app. That's send email. We're going to send it to someone. So it's sending to someone, have a subject, and we have a body. The body is going to be some text that we want to have at the beginning. Over 9 days since last update, colon, /n for a new line, /n for a new line, plus email body. Our subject, over 9 days. Get a little alert here, maybe even add a little emoji. That should show up. But who is this someone? Well, we can go to the spreadsheet, get active spreadsheet, which is the entire file, get the owner, and get their email. And that's me in this particular case. Yes, I'm sending it myself. But sometimes you might be creating this for someone else who is the owner of the sheet. All right, we have everything we need. And when we run this, we will have to authorize it the very first time. Yep, let's select all. Let's continue. See if we have any errors. If we don't have any errors, we'll go check our email. Here's our email. We haven't gotten it. Interesting. Let's go check what is going on. So we are in the G column. This is 11. I see an 11 right here, so it should have this in there. Let's see what we did wrong. So it looks like our if here is returning poorly. We need actually 2 equal signs. So let's save that and run it again. We have a new email here. It says Bob Smith text start assigned to Mike. If we go back, yes, it is Bob Smith text start, and it is assigned to Mike, and it is 11 days since we've updated. That's perfect. Let's change this to 12, so we'll include Evan and that one, and let's run it again and see if we get the same, or not the same, more in our email. And yes, we did. We got more in our email. Fantastic. Oh, Mike, you've been behind. You haven't been working hard. Hopefully this was fun for you, but we need to do one more thing. We can't come in here and just run this every single time. We need to actually automate this. This is the whole point of the video, right? You want to automate this email. All right, we have done the hardest part, which is writing this function and making sure it works. Now we just have to automate it. Go over to the left side, triggers. It'll be just a few clicks. Click add trigger in the bottom right. Choose which function, email when 10. Event source is going to change to time driven. Our timer is going to change to a day timer. Our time of day is going to be whatever time of day we want to do this, which I think this might be better if it's in the morning. However, you may only want to do emails at a certain time of day when you know people are looking at the email and they're going to take action on it. Or, you want to do it at the end of the day, give them that last few hours to be able to process things. And then you want to alert them, hey, at 5 to 6 p.m., let's get that report. In my book, I really like more reports than not. So I would rather do it on the morning of and be like, okay, hey, it's time to figure this out right now. Give them the alert. It's not like a bad smirch on them. It's not a bad email. It's just saying, hey, these items haven't been, these people, these customers haven't been talked to within the last 9 days. And if you want to delete this or edit this and change it, this trigger, just go over to the pencil icon on the right. You can edit it if you want to change the time, or the 3 dots on the right, delete trigger, and delete forever. So I've added this snippet of code over at bettersheets.co/snippets. You can see that up here, sheets.co/snippets. Go and get this email when over 10 days since last update. That's all the code you need. You can copy and paste it over there. And also join our membership for just $9 a month. You get access to a ton of awesome stuff. You get an entire academy, a bunch of tools, and a bunch of formulas. I've recently added these progress bars and visual formulas that do ratings, timers, pickers, counters, all in Star Wars and fantasy too. I'll tell a bunch of stories. Really fun stuff to add to your Google Sheets.
You're watching Better Sheets here on YouTube. You have two options here for your next video. Before you go, comment down below if you have any question whatsoever, and I'll make future videos from those questions. But for right here, right now, one of these videos could be your next Google Sheet.